Let me tell you something, man. Everybody that came to Radio City Music Hall this past weekend, y'all saw what a lot of people have been seeing all over the country for the past few years. Y'all saw the reigning king of stand-up comedy. I'll argue with anybody. I'll debate anybody. I'll dispute anybody. Andrew Schulz, your place is solidified right now.
That was so cool.
What do you mean?
So cool.
What do you mean? Your place is solidified right now. You know why I love shit like this? I love shit like this because, random conversations I'll be talking, right? And how we'll drop references. Well, when you do music, you'll say Drake, you'll say Kendrick. When I do comedy, I'll be like, I'll say Chris Rock, I'll say Chappelle, I'll say Andrew Schulz. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to. I'm from an era where you compliment the OGs.
Of course.
So you say Jay-Z. Scarface, then you be like Kendrick or whoever the new person is, right? I do the same thing. I say Andrew Schulz. I always see y'all in the comments. This guy said Andrew Schulz. this guy said Andrew Schulz. And I think it's one thing when people see you all over the country doing it. They're like, okay, that's cute, But when you sell out a storied venue like Radio City Music Hall,
that was crazy.
It's something different, man.
No, that was crazy.
It's a different stamp.
That was crazy.
I'm looking at the comments on Instagram, people looking at the pictures. I'm seeing other comedians going, wow.
Yeah.
Which translates to me like, I knew, but I didn't quite know. I thought it was just Instagram. I thought it was just YouTube. You know what I mean? 2 shows, Radio City Music Hall. How do you feel?
I mean, it was awesome. Yeah, it felt amazing. I'm like still processing. I was texting you the other day. I'm just like, it's it's like my whole life's work for that moment.
Yeah.
And I was coming up in that little elevator thing behind the stage, and I remember it was like what you see in a movie, those montages. I understand now why they put those in movies.
When they come up?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you said. You was like, everybody needs to try that at least.
Yo, it is crazy, bro. Like, your whole life you're watching go, like literally every show I did, every person I begged to come to a show on the street, like every time I bombed, everything is just like flashing in and out. Like, my parents telling me to go after it, like people telling me not to, like all these things are fucking happening. And then your head lifts over the stage. And then I guess for what I'm describing, I was able to like come up under this contraption so you're below the stage. And then my head lifts over the stage, and then you just look out. You see these people like standing up, going crazy, and it's just all that goes away. Yeah. And I'd been like preparing what I was going to open with, like the whole week. And I was like, I just want to make sure the opening goes well. And you guys weren't at the first show, but this is the first show. I'm going up, and I'm like, okay, I got the opening. I just need to get that down. I need to be good. And I walk up, and there's an Asian girl with a fucking like piece of paper that has something written on it, and she's holding it. She said, "Roast me. It's my birthday." and so I could go with what I want to say, or I could acknowledge, this thing that's happening in the moment. And it was almost like, it was like some divine intervention shit, because like these things that have happened in the moment have really helped propel my career. And like, it was like, I didn't even think about it. And I was like, look at the Chinese telling us what to do already. And like, I just, and I just fucking went with it. And it was like, oh, it was so fucking cool, man. Yeah, it was so. I got a little emotional. It was cool.
I really got a roast show, bro. Like,
it was cool.
The whole time we kept saying, like, yo.
That's one of the most impressive parts.
Really gonna fuck this dude up one day.
I'm not gonna lie. The whole time I kept thinking, I was like, I don't want him to be Will Smith. I don't want him to be Chris Rock. Meaning I don't want him to blow the biggest night of his career, and I don't want him to get attacked. I'm sitting there like, I'm just like, yo, I'm watching him, and I'm like, yo, Schulz is going in, and he's going in. He's going into where we're looking around like, holy shit! Did he just say that?
Somebody got really pissed off too.
And I got to piss off a few people,
But see, I'm processing it like this. This is why I love Schulz's comedy, because I'm processing it like, all right, is this edgy because of the time that we're in?
Right.
Or is this edgy because it's edgy?
Yeah.
And then here he goes with the goddamn Mexican joke that I'm not going to say.
I say it's edgy.
And it kept going. It was like, okay, boom, one hit, then one hit, and then you turn them over. And that's why I'm like, holy shit. Holy
It's
fucking
over the edge.
shit.
It's not even edgy. This is completely over the edge, bro.
This is off the edge. You floating.
Yeah,
you done jumped off the edge and you just floating on the cliff. You dancing in the air. I'm like, this motherfucker
I wish I
is
could have seen
wild.
your face when I said the line. What was that?
We just kept looking at each other
Give me
like,
a round.
I'm like, hold on. I'm like,
and people kept standing up, so I don't know if that's somebody standing to go get some pizza or they about to come fuck you up.
They gonna get a piece of me.
no, but Nyla said it the best. Nyla was like, everybody was laughing.
Yeah.
And we were laughing with each other
Yeah.
and not at each other.
Yes.
Takes a special kind of skill set to tell those kind of jokes
Yeah.
and have everybody in the room laughing. I only saw one person walked out,
Yeah.
and she was a lesbian.
Her friend was behind her.
Her girlfriend did not want to leave.
She
Her
did.
girlfriend stayed for an extra 3-4 minutes, and then I saw her look at her phone, and she
was
must have got that
She
text.
stumbled out of
Like,
there.
if you want your pussy ate later tonight, you better get the fuck up out of here right now, okay? But nah, man, Duval hit me this morning. He sent me a picture. He said, man, I cried when I saw this.
Oh, he sent me that.
I said, I'm still in my feelings.
Yeah.
Straight up. I said, you had to be there, man. That shit was like, it's just unreal. Like,
Yeah.
what, 12,000 people?
Yeah, man.
2 shows?
Yeah, man.
And fucking, if you ever thought Andrew was Illuminati, it was confirmed. Because Bill fucking Gates came to
Big
the
Bill.
first show. Yes, the Bill Gates that's buying all the farmland in America. The Bill Gates that y'all think may or may not have created coronavirus with the Chinese.
You want to know some wild shit?
What?
In the special that Alex and I did together, it was
Not views before that.
Views from the Sis. No, it was Views from the Sis. I have a joke where it was about like the whole Me Too movement, and I was like, listen, if a billionaire grabbed my dick, like, no, I was like, if Bill Gates, no, it was something like, ladies, you upset, you're getting, I forget what the fucking joke is, but I said something about like billionaires groping me,
Yeah.
and I was like, Bill Gates grabbed my dick, I'd grab his wrist and hold it there, right? And then I go, I'll show you Microsoft, right? right? So I had that joke, and it has existed and it had millions of views.
Wow.
So he's in the audience,
Yeah.
and there's a little part of me like, am I about to ask him, is that why he's here?
Yeah, you
right
came
now?
here to grab this dick, huh?
You know what I'm
Bill?
saying? It's available to
I
you.
think you like stand-up. I did, because first of all, it blew my mind, so I had to go do some research. I
Yeah.
was looking it up all weekend.
Yeah.
They have a video online with Bill Gates watching a Chris Rock. I don't know
So
if
he
it
got
was a
good
special.
taste.
Yeah, I
He
don't know
got
if it was a
good taste.
special. It was something with
Yeah.
Chris Rock going in on Bill Gates, and he was watching it and laughing.
Yeah.
So he enjoyed it. And from what I was told, he laughed at some really
He laughed at
offensive
some
jokes.
wild shit. Yeah.
Hey, man, funny is funny.
Funny's funny.
Funny's funny, even when it's just, even when it may be, and I don't even know if it's offensive. I don't think it's offensive.
No.
Well, that's sometimes I say it at the end of the show, but I don't like to be too overhand with stuff. But like everybody that comes to our show comes because they want to be made fun of. Like if I don't make fun of a group, afterwards they'll come up to me and be like, "Yo,
you forgot
where the
about
Jewish
us.
jokes or where the lesbian jokes?" Like they want it. So we've created this environment amongst all this like political correctness and woke shit where people come to laugh at one another, and it's good.
Mhm.
Like if you look at the audience, it's wild diverse.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like everybody's there to be laughed at, and it feels to me kind of like how I grew up in the city where we just had a bunch of different people. We all bust each other's balls, but it was love. But if anybody outside the group started clowning on one of our friends, then it's like, yo, who the fuck you talking to, right? But like, that's my Indian friend I make fun of.
Yeah.
You don't get to make fun of, you know. But yeah, so that was the environment we wanted to create.
For the next person to get cracked on.
That's all, and everybody got it. And from Mark to Akash.
Oh, they killed it.
Yeah,
Derek,
hilarious.
Mark. I mean, I told you before, Mark is a star, but
He's
Mark
brilliant.
is hilarious.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Akash had a great Akash had some really good ones.
Yeah. The wage gap thing.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
Yeah,
that was phenomenal.
yeah,
I like the other one too, the catching gay.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't.
We don't want to give it away. We
Yeah,
don't want to
that
give
was-
it away. Yeah.
No, man, it was
And
really
Derek
good.
too. Derek's got the hardest job, man, because going up while people are sitting down, like what I do with my shows is like I basically hold the show a little bit. Well, I don't want to tell people so that don't ever come late to the show, but I want the host to get a real opportunity to perform. A lot of times when you go to shows, you'll see the hosts up there. Motherfuckers are still sitting down. The room is half full. You're basically an usher. But the show starts when you enter the venue. For me, like, so I want you seated for the whole thing because I think all of them are brilliant. Like,
it was all funny.
It was amazing, man. I was really inspired.